After 3 years of marriage, John finally sleeps with his wife Mary. Afterward, he realizes Mary is still a virgin. Guilt instantly floods his heart. John swears he will treat Mary right from now on, but that promise does not last. One call from his true love Sarah shatters everything. John coldly pushes Mary away and runs straight to Sarah. Heartbroken, Mary trembles as she rips off the necklace John gave her. She burns every photo they ever took together. After that, she goes alone to file for divorce. She drags her suitcase and walks out of that cold home. Meanwhile, John has no clue and is still being sweet with Sarah. When John finally comes home, he finds the house empty and Mary gone. He stares at the divorce papers in disbelief. Only then does John realize what he lost, but regret comes too late. It all started on their wedding night 3 years ago. John handed Mary a signed divorce agreement. He admitted he already loved someone else, but her background was too ordinary for his family, so he needed 3 years to take over the family. Then he would divorce Mary and marry Sarah. During those 3 years, they would just fake the marriage. After saying that, John walked out without looking back. Watching his cold back, Mary realizes her years of love were one-sided. For 3 years, John ignores Mary completely, until one day John comes home drunk. Mary rushes over to help him, but John suddenly pushes her onto the couch. Mary thinks John finally changed his mind, but John keeps calling Sarah's name. Mary feels like her heart is being stabbed. Still, she cannot push away John, the man she loved for 10 years. That night, they finally become a real couple. Their relationship softens a little after that, with Mary being careful and accommodating. They almost feel like a real married couple, but then John suddenly hears Sarah is back. He chooses Sarah again without hesitation. Mary's emotional pain is far worse than the physical. She finally understands John never forgot Sarah. She was just a substitute when he felt lonely. Late at night, John suddenly calls Mary to come to the hospital. At the hospital, Mary meets Sarah for the first time, and the reason John called her is to make her sign a consent form. He wants to donate bone marrow to Sarah's mother. Mary immediately says the procedure is risky, but before Mary can finish, John cuts her off. John says he did not call her here for approval. Mary cannot believe John would go this far for Sarah. After John enters the operating room, Mary is full of worry, but Sarah walks up with hidden intentions. She deliberately talks about how much John loves her. She even says last year John flew to Paris for her birthday. Every word cuts into Mary. Only now does Mary finally realize the only necklace John ever gave her was something Sarah did not want, and John's daily work notes were actually love letters to Sarah. Knowing the truth pushes Mary's pain to the limit. She leaves the hospital in a daze. The next day, her mother-in-law calls her to the family house. Her mother-in-law blames her for John donating bone marrow. She scolds Mary for failing to stop John. She even punishes Mary. While Mary endures the beating unwillingly, John is outside openly getting close with Sarah. When Mary wakes up again, she is in a hospital bed. Maybe out of guilt, John gently asks why she did not tell him about his mother, but Mary knows. Even if she told him, he would not care. He would never stand up for her. For the next few days, John stays by her side. Seeing her injuries even makes him feel a little pain, but just as he leans in to kiss Mary, Sarah suddenly walks in and ruins the moment. Seeing Sarah get jealous, John immediately pushes Mary away and runs after Sarah. It looks like a cheating husband caught by the real partner. Sarah pretends to be hurt and walks away. John chases after her right away, not knowing Mary is left bleeding from his shove. Soon after leaving the hospital, it is John's birthday. At the party, Mary gives a carefully chosen gift, hoping for even a little recognition, but Sarah pulls out a poorly made handmade scarf. It instantly draws people's ridicule, but seeing Sarah embarrassed, John immediately defends her and says he loves the scarf. He says compared to expensive gifts, he values something handmade more. Then he mocks Mary's gift as expensive but meaningless. He throws it straight into the trash. That moment completely shatters Mary's last bit of hope, and John seems to have forgotten his promise from 3 years ago.